Good afternoon. Welcome to our Crack the Sky. Top 5 is the ASX Exchange Traded Funds, our daily horizon view, and the date today is the 7th of the 3rd, 2019. Market was generally up, even on a day when we had a lot of the bigger end of town going ex-dividend, so we finished out at 3,644 points, that up 1.4% for the day. Main movers sector-wise were communication services, utilities, consumer discretionary. Quite a negative day for energy and minerals, as you can see over on the right hand side here with our commodities breakdown. Really, gold was up a little, marginally, ethanol and Brent as well, but just really overall most things were down. So we had our top 5 percentage rises. Up first we had our physical platinum ETF, which is backed by platinum held in the HSBC Bank in the States. SSO, which is our State Street Spider S&P ASX Small Ordinaries Fund. This tracks the Small Ordinaries Index. Then we had SYI. SYI is our State Street Spider MSCI Australia Select High Dividend Yield Index. So if you're looking for a good dividend, that one's not a bad one to have a look at. UBA. UBA is the UBS IQ MSCI Australian Ethical Index. So this one's an ethical fund. So you ex tobacco and ex conventional weapons. Followed up by Gear. So Gear is just our Beta Shares Australia Equity Fund, tracking the S&P ASX 200. That one's a hedge fund. Top 5 percentage falls. We had up first Cure. So Cure is our S&P Biotech. So that one tracks S&P Biotechnology Select Index. We had QAG. So QAG is our Beta Shares Agricultural ETF. So that one's hedged and it's synthetic. Followed up by our VanEck Vectors Gold Miners, and that one tracks the New York Stock Exchange ARCA Gold Miners Index. Followed then by RBTZ, so that's our Beta Shares Global Robotics and Artificial Intelligence ETF. Next up was iShares S&P Small Cap 600, IJR. Cure was down quite a bit today, 4.1%, on low volume though, so quite possibly not really much happening around that. Nothing to worry about if you hold it anyway. So top $5 rises. We had our physical platinum ETF again. So I mean, the volume's low, percentage rise is low, 2.09%. Nothing much to see. Followed up by VAP. So VAP is the Australian Property Securities Index. That one's Vanguard one. Followed on by A200. So A200 is the Beta Shares Australia 200 ETF. So that one tracks the Sol Active Australia 200 index. Then we had VHY. So VHY is our Australian shares high yield ETF, and that one's a Vanguard fund. That's a good one for yield, obviously, if you're looking for dividend yield. Followed up by BLC, which is our Vanguard MSCI Australian Large Companies Index. So that one tracks the top 30 largest companies on the ASX. Our top $5 falls, IJH, so that's our iShares S&P mid-cap tracker in the States. So this looks in the mid-cap sector. IVV, which is our iShares S&P 500 ETF. IJR, which is our S&P small cap 600, looking at the small cap end of the S&P in the States. That's our shares as well. Cure, so that's our S&P Biotech ETF. I mean, overall, looks like you've had that's at the moment, you know, it's a strong America bias. So you have IHVV. So IHVV is our hedge variant on IVV, which is iShares S&P 500 ETF. So pretty much everything is America focused today, which, you know, could be due to our trade war and what's happening in the news. So top 5 number of trades, looking for the big guys again, so the most likely the top 10 largest funds. So we had STW, which is our State Street Spider S&P ASX fund. That's one of the bigger guys on the index. VAS, which is our Vanguard Australia Shares Index. That's a big one as well. So that one tracks the S&P ASX 300. VTS, which is our total US market tracker, so that's one of the big guys as well. RCB, which is a new one for me. I think I haven't seen this one come through the boards the last week or so. Well, a week or so, sorry. That one tracks our Australian Select Corporate Bonds, so that one's issued by Russell Investments. So that invests predominantly in Australian corporate fixed income securities. And then that was followed on by IVV, which is our iShares S&P 500, one of the big guys as well. Our top 5 for volume. Followed up, we had Hack. So Hack's our global cybersecurity. So heavily influenced by the companies in America. Not a great deal of volume, to be honest. 140,000 shares traded. Then we had STW. That's our State Street Spider S&P ASX 200 fund. And, you know, to me, pretty low volume as well. VAS, so VAS was our Vanguard Australia Shares Index again. So that was come up previous slide. So it tracks the S&P ASX 300. So then we had a drug. So drugs, our Beta Shares Global Health ETF. Tracks performance of the NASDAQ Global Index X Australia, and that one's hedged as well. Then we had our NDQ. NDQ tracks the NASDAQ 100. So your top 100 companies on the NASDAQ, all your tech companies. For value trades, we had VAS, which is our Vanguard Australia Shares Index, which tracks the S&P ASX 300. So $10 million worth went through today. Nothing overly surprising there or overly exciting. We had IBV, which is our iShares S&P 500 ETF. STW, which is our State Street Spider. S&P ASX 200 fund. Followed up by AAA, which is our Australian High Interest Cash ETF, beta shares. Followed on by VGS. VGS is the Vanguard MSCI Index International Shares. And that one tracks MSCI World Index. That one excludes Australia. That one's a reasonable size fund. There's about 1.4 billion in that one. So overall, not a great deal of volume or a great deal of value went through today. It all looks like a pretty slow day actually. So as always, educational, trying to bring up and highlight the major moves in the ETF market, because I think the ETFs are the way for the future for investing for the majority of people. So our job is to educate people so we can take control of our own finances. So hopefully these little sessions are worthwhile, and if you think so, just like and subscribe. Thanks.